Hey everybody, Brian here over at the Introspection Hour with Brian and Patrick. And in today's episode, me and Patrick want to share the importance of having a positive digital community. Because I remember back when I really hit rock bottom approximately 2 years ago, primarily because my partner was having an affair, I didn't really know who else to turn to because I felt like I was the only one dealing with this because my other friends that I knew were not really dealing with the same situation. So what I ended up doing was Googling and finding a community of people who also were dealing with this infidelity. And one of the beautiful communities out there for those of you who are dealing with the affair or surviving infidelity is the subreddit literally surviving infidelity. And one of the beautiful aspects of dealing with an online community, particularly with this one, is that it makes you feel like you are in a community of people who understand and get exactly what you're dealing with. Because this is a community focused on dealing with infidelity, you feel like you're not alone in dealing with this by yourself. Like one of the things that really helped me out, Pat, is being able to just post and just share exactly what I was feeling and knowing that the people who were commenting were able to share guidelines or rather share experiences to how I can better get a manage of dealing with this just this dread, this rock bottom feeling of like of worthlessness, so to speak. You know what I mean? Like, is there anything that you can share where you've had something similar happen to you?
Yeah, for me, the digital community has actually been something that helped open my mind up and give me different perspectives, especially when it comes to understanding what my wife went through, everything from pregnancy to childbirth, and just there's so much that goes on with the body, with her mental state. And as a man, I don't know that. So when there's these positive content creators out there, these other mothers that are putting out the truth, what they went through, the realness of it, it helps me understand so much. And it opened my eyes to be able to appreciate my wife more, right? Because as much as I see it, you don't know everything behind the scenes. And being able to actually just absorb that information was something that I was really humbled by, because that's a lot for a woman, let alone a mother, to put themselves out there about what they're struggling with and be subject to whatever it is. A lot of the Instagram content creators, they're very brave for this. And so I really applauded that. The other community that I found, Brian, is in the subreddit parenting. And this is where I go to be more this casual observer to whenever I have like this doubt of like, am I raising my kid right? Or, what about this? More often than not, there's someone dealing with a very similar situation that just helps me feel like I'm not in this alone. And it's not just me or my kid. It's not something that I'm doing. And it takes that blame and that guilt away. Mainly because other people are saying, yeah, my kid does the same thing too. And the only advice I have is time, right? Sometimes it's just like you get through it. But having that within the community, to be able to be a casual observer with people who share honest to good truth, just like you did in that your subreddit that you participated in, it's really helpful in opening up different perspectives that we all look at. So yeah, so those were a couple of the communities that really helped me. I know there were some other ones that you found a lot of value in, right, Brian?
Just the last 2 weeks, I've been having this little bit of this COVID fatigue, if you want to call it that. There's one fantastic group online, which is called the COVID-19 support group, which is again part of the Reddit community, is where you get to see a lot of people post comments and situations related to COVID-19. Because let's face it, like there are times where I have paranoid feelings of, oh my God, do I have COVID? And I want to make sure that I am not experiencing the same symptoms that some of these other people are experiencing. But not only that, the one important thing is knowing that I am not the only one going crazy. I'm not the only one just dealing with this anxiety, this stress, and this dread of just COVID-19. Especially with the holidays that we just had these last couple of weeks, where I wasn't the only one just spending Christmas alone. I wasn't the only one spending New Year's Eve by myself. And the one sad thing, Pat, is like when you go to the COVID-19 subreddit group, you see some people sharing their experiences of, I have COVID-19, and I'm stuck isolated on New Year's Eve, or I'm stuck isolated on Christmas. And it makes you, and it's sad in a way, it makes you feel like I'm in a better situation because at least I don't have COVID, but I am dealing with this as well. So it's just something to really think about, particularly with online community groups. It's just that support system that we all experience.
They definitely help you appreciate what you have, because it's not to put the other people down, but because they shared it, you understand the perspective, right? And so you're benefiting from them just sharing that. And for us, what we have noticed is that the digital community has been a huge positive impact in our lives. And this is such a great time, especially with the pandemic where everyone's online, to celebrate and be thankful for all the people who are being authentic and positive of what they put out there. And that's one of the main reasons why we started, the Introspection Hour with Brian and Patrick, and another reason why we continue to try to put that positive vibe, positive content out there. And make sure you follow us, and on our profile page, you can check out our YouTube channel where you can like and subscribe for other episodes and other content that we have. And we just wanted to make sure that everyone starts out 2021 strong. Thanks, everyone.
Thanks, guys, and Happy New Year's as well.